Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, book number 2 of Series 31. This is Pirano, the Water Dragon. Uh, so, of course, like always, guys, make sure you have in-depth story analysis. So make sure you read this book before watching this review, unless you don't care for spoilers. Before going into this, my last review on the Lupix the Moonwolf, I think it was a bit not my best work in all fairness, because I was kind of a bit wasted when I did that. There was I don't know what it was, but I did try to get some of my key points to start the series off, but I know it's probably not my best work when it comes to these reviews. Regardless, though, that book, unfortunately, it was a bit structured with its, being the first one. It's restricted with a lot of exposition. You can't really get much good story out of this. This one, however, of course, does because you're past the exposition. You're allowed to have a bit more free range with your story, and I think this one easily pays off as so far being the best of the series to me. But that's not really a surprise because most, like I've explained, the first book has exposition set up, so it makes sense this one would take over it. But it's actually got some good twists and turns that make it more engaging. So let's crack into this then. So let's start off. Our heroes arrived in Bridgetown to prepare for the next beast, with Azul wearing a robe. Azul, of course, being the guardian character who is supposed to, because each of the characters are given a guardian by one of Daltic's plans, and Azul is Byandra's. So, Myandra encountered her cousin, who explained about the gunpowder and the bridge cord, and about the bridge lord. Yeah, he explained about the gunpowder, the bridge lord, and how the people do anything for profit, even the lord himself wants money. And they have a little backstory about, you know, that Myandra destroyed his toy model boat when he was a kid, and the gunpowder do come back into play, which I was suspecting. I was expecting the gunpowder, but I wasn't expecting the irony that the boat would be involved. But I kind of should have, because that's where the gunpowder would be. Um, so despite the cousin saying that there was no chance of meeting the Lord, she tried to get in. The guards said no. She snuck out. She snuck in, of course, and only the Lord was mad at this, and he tried to kill her. So she escaped. However, the guards might be after her. She discovered that Azul was captured, so she and her cousin had to go and rescue him now. She got inside the cells, but was found Ria, the pirate daughter of Sampaio from the previous series. Then the beast arrived, of course, to cause some havoc. Seeing the strength of Pirano, she was forced to release the prisoners to save their lives, including Ria. As the cell ship sank, Pirano returned, revealing his power of flight. Michael, her cousin, got hurt, and while Azul distracted Pirano, Myandris, got him to safety. She gained her inner strength, shooting her trident into Pirano, making him crash into Michael's ship. She asked for the flint and steel, planning the idea to use the gunpowder to blow up the vessel. Myandra and Azul faced Pirano, getting back her weapon. She set up her trap while Azul held off Pirano. However, Pirano got free, planning to kill Myandra, and Pirano was stopped by ropes because when Azul was distracting him, some of the ropes that were entangling him up. So our heroes jumped off the ship. Pirano died in the explosion. The guards came to their senses, thinking, their bridge lord is kind of an ass, and at this point they had saved the town, so they turned on him, realizing the error of their ways, which is probably for the better. And then it's also revealed that Ria, the pirate daughter, had escaped, and that'll be a threat for another day, which I'm sure will come back into play for another main series or a special, which I hope specials do come back. But overall, yeah, good story. Character-wise, Myandra gets a bit more of development compared to other stories. It's a bit more fleshed out, considering she has a bit more background here. So I appreciate that. She has her moment of doubt. She does try different methods to convince the people that she's in the right here. Of course, it does have that similar formula of the Chagas storyline, where you have characters that don't believe you, They rescue. It almost went that route, but it didn't, which is appreciative. But with what they did with Myandra, that she was an independent character, she didn't feel stale. She felt like she had to come up with different ways to progress through her plot lines of what she had to go with. Azul is a fun character. I think he works better as a good sidekick to Myandra compared to the was it Rugara with Wraith? Because Rugara and Wraith, they were kind of like a Rugara was like a bumbling character. Wraith was a bit uncertain of himself. But this pairing him with Azul seems more like the straight loyal pet character. It kind of reminds me of Silver the Wolf, where he's loyal and he's do whatever it takes to protect his his ally, in this case Myandra. And because of Azul, he was able to distract the beast twice for Myandra's plan to work, so he actually does prove very useful. Rugara did that too, but this one did it a bit more so I think Azul is probably my favorite of these Guardians so far. And I feel like the little touch that he wore the robe to blend in with humanity, so there's a bit more of a personality to him compared to Rugara's bumbling nature. Michael, I'll give a bit of a mention considering he has essentially use for plot points, because the whole point of Michael's character is that he brings up the finale essentially with the gunpowder on the ship, and that irony come back into play where his ship is used as a tool and the gunpowder for the beast's destruction. So, and I also appreciate that Michael actually was even willing to help in the battle against Pirano and also was willing to help rescue Azul. So he got a bit more to do than compared to a lot of family characters. So I appreciate that. And then finally we have Pirano the Beast himself. I don't know if I mentioned this, but Lupix, of course, was an angry beast. This one, Pirano, he's also an angry beast, I'll give, in my opinion. But I think that what makes him unique is that he's probably the first, because I can correct if I'm wrong with this, but I think he's the first, or one of the few beasts that can fly who's water related, because most water sea beasts tend to be grounded to the water, or they can't be out of water, without dying. But this one, I appreciate that he was a lot bigger than I thought he would be, and also the fact his flying ability gives him a bit more to do. So, I appreciate that touch. Overall, though, I think what makes this story awesome is that it never feels boring. Every time there's a specific plot point or you finish a chapter, something's always happening in the story to keep your interest. Like one chapter, I think a good example of this would be like when Myandra goes to talk to the Bridge Lord, where she's like, "Oh, I can't talk to him, so I'm gonna have to break into the castle. I escape. The guards think I'm dead," which is, I don't think they would think that because sometimes, well, it all depends on how big the fall is, but she thinks that, but I think the guards might be aware she might be alive, so that's just me. But regardless, my point stands is that after she meets or tries to talk to the Bridge Lord, she has to go back to see Azul, but Azul's been captured, and that makes you, now we got to save him now. And then her cousin's helping, so we have to do this now. And they go to that step. But when they get there, you encounter Rhea, which is a nice surprise. So again, you can see how it is. And then after you meet Rhea, the beast shows up, and that makes it even another surprise. So every chapter, or most of them anyway, feel like it's progressing. Oh my god, this is a nice twist. So I feel like there was a few more engaging moments with this story compared to Lupix. So Pirano Water Dragon, very good book to read, a fun little experience. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to getting the other two books in the series. I don't own them yet, but at some point I will get them. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video, wherever I'll get the chance to do that review on that book. And that being said, peace out.